The top 5 reasons the Nazis invaded Norway and a brief summary. The Nazi invasion of Norway, which began on April 9, 1940, was primarily motivated by strategic and economic factors. Here are the main reasons behind the invasion. Strategic importance. Norway held great strategic significance for Nazi Germany due to its geographical location. Controlling Norway's coastline would provide Germany with easier access to the North Atlantic and the Arctic Ocean, allowing them to better protect their maritime trade routes and naval operations. Resources. Norway was rich in natural resources, most notably iron ore, which was crucial for Germany's war effort. The country's resources were vital for the German war machine, and securing access to them was a primary objective. Preemptive movie. The German invasion of Norway was partly a preemptive action. Germany believed that the Allies might use Norwegian territory to launch military operations against them. By invading Norway, Germany aimed to prevent this and take control of the country themselves. Naval bases. Norway offered strategic locations for German naval bases, which would give the German Navy better control over the North Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The German Navy, or Kriegsmarine, sought to strengthen its position and challenge British naval supremacy. Protection of Sweden. Germany sought to protect its access to Swedish iron ore, which was transported through Norwegian waters. Sweden was a neutral country during World War I and continued to export iron ore to Germany. Securing Norway would safeguard this vital supply route. The invasion of Norway caught the Norwegian government and military by surprise, and despite Norway's resistance and the assistance of Allied forces, the German invasion was ultimately successful. The occupation of Norway had significant implications for the broader war and the subsequent Battle of the Atlantic. It also marked a turning point in the conduct of the war, as it demonstrated Germany's willingness to employ unconventional tactics and pursue territorial expansion beyond continental Europe. The Nazi invasion of Norway took place on April 9, 1940, during World War I. The invasion was a strategic move by Nazi Germany to secure vital resources, particularly iron ore, and gain control over Norway's strategic position in the North Atlantic. The invasion began with surprise attacks on multiple Norwegian cities and military installations by German naval and airborne forces. Despite the valiant resistance from Norwegian forces and the assistance of Allied powers, the invasion was ultimately successful and Norway fell under German occupation. The occupation lasted for 5 years, during which Norway suffered under the repressive policies and harsh rule of the Nazi regime. The invasion of Norway had significant implications for the broader war, as it facilitated German naval operations in the Atlantic and influenced subsequent events, such as the Battle of the Atlantic and the eventual liberation of Norway by Allied forces in 1945.